Hey everybody! First selection here for some Terraria 1.2.4. Probably tell by the time that we are getting ready for Frost Moon. I'm excited. This is going to be my first Frost Moon on this character. Now I'm going to be drinking a flask of Ichor, a bowl of soup, and I'm going to try and remember to hit B about wave 6 or 7 of this fight. I'd like to get Iron Skin and Swiftness, but I don't need them right away. We've changed our loadout a little bit. I have foregone Frost Boots for the Starveil and the Scarab, just because I want to be wearing both of those at once. So, no boots, but Starveil as the change from the last episode. I think that I would recommend boots and wings for most active moons. The situation where I think that changes is once you have Fish on Wings. Fish on Wings are good enough movement that you can abandon. Fish on Wings are good enough that you can abandon your boots. Like, our mobility is still very good. I see very few people wearing boots in the late game of Terraria, to be honest. It's kind of just me. I mean, I got the idea from Bisnap, who I see, like, one of the first people that ever got me excited about Terraria, one of the first YouTubers I ever watched for Terraria. He was very big on Hermes boots and all the forms that came after. The other thing that we're doing that's a little bit unusual for me, something that I've always wanted to work but never gotten to be quite that successful, is I have 3 ravens and I have 3 sharks. And I've always wanted to be a fan of, like, a split of minions for some reason. But I've never had a good reason to split my minions. Like, I've tried it for situations that make sense, like oh, you're doing you want one kind of AI. You want, basically, if you want 2 different types of AI for one fight, or one farm, depending on what you're doing, then 2 different types of minions make sense, but I found very few practical applications where 2 types of minions was actually a good idea. So, trying to make it happen here. Seems like it's actually kind of working. I was really disappointed with my minions when they didn't go after... Is that a sand tank? Yeah, it is. When my ravens just kind of ignored... I'll go ahead and heal instead of diving down for hearts. And I was disappointed with my minions when they didn't... Like, my ravens right now, I see them, they're just chilling. Is not what you want when you have 6 minions out. That was a really half-assed way to go through that thing. Could have done that better, taking less damage. I've got a Starveil. I'm not sure how important killing Krampus is right here. If Krampus is worth a lot. I kind of hope he's not, because I really don't want to be... Wave 9. I've got a Flask of Ichor, which is lowering Sand Tank defense by 30, which is part of why he's melting away. Again, I think I'm going to heal instead of picking up hearts for right now. Also pop my buffs. It's a little early for the buffs, but whatever. It's not like I need the swiftness, and the Iron Skin also doesn't seem to matter much, but whatever. There's a sand tank and an Everscream. I want to make... Okay, I'm glad I made direct contact. You have to hit with the actual flare if you want. Yeah, you have to hit with the actual flare, not the bubbles, if you want the effect of Ichor, to my knowledge. It's going pretty well. I normally feel like Frost Moon's kind of above my pay grade, but I'm not hating this. Flare-On makes anything... I think Flare-On was put in to give people a chance to get some moons, honestly. Okay, so this is really why I have the Ravens. Let's see what they do for me against the Queen. I'm looking at them to really be a big source of damage. Kind of getting hit like crazy. Man, my health is just blown away. One of the things that I'm not a big fan of about... Only so much we can do there. One of the things that I'm not a big fan of about the... something... it'll come to me. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, one of the things that I don't really like about not having boots on is it makes it really hard to run through these hearts down here. And I have to like remember that I'm gonna get hit more than once when I run through those hearts. Because, you know, it just takes a different... makes it more of a... Okay, there's a Everscream where there shouldn't be an Everscream. You're running through hearts is more of a challenge when... Come on, Ice Queen. Ice Queen... Ice Queen is a bit of a coward. It kind of bugs me. Bit of a coward. I think my Ravens are on here. Like, the Ravens are really where I should feel good about using them is with her. I'm trying to focus her down, but it's... She likes to get away from you, and I really need to be... That was like an awkward, like, I half decided to heal, half decided to, run through hearts, and kinda got hurt. I should be healing and leaving hearts, if I can. Though I think... Blizzard Staff! Huzzah! Though I think the time for healing and leaving hearts is ending. I might want to run to the nurse, but I think there's a... Yeah, okay, there was some hearts down there, not a ton. Yeah, okay, so next time I'm really hurting, I need to either have healing up, or I need to run to the nurse, because I'm not going to have... Yeah, those Flacos are annoying. Have I already done one of these on camera? I kind of feel like I complained about Flacos and got their name wrong, but maybe that was just in anticipation to the event? Okay, so there I needed a minor heal, and I was able to pull it off from just healing. Hollowed chemo that I don't care about, but whatever. Are we done with Ice Queens, or how's this gonna work? And I got a Blizzard... Okay, there's one. Primary target now is killing her before 4:30. Not getting brutalized in the process. That was hard to do without boots. What am I doing? Okay, I thought there was health on the ground. Yeah, if you have heart statues, one way to tell if there's more than 10 health in the world is, are your heart statues doing anything? If your heart statues aren't doing anything, you can be pretty sure that you've got some health on the ground. Alright. We're on what, wave 14? That's actually really, I don't think we're gonna get trophies out of this, but for only popping 4 buffs and kind of experimenting with the whole 2 minions out at once concept, I think this went pretty well. Yeah, and Sandtank's running like crazy, so that must mean it's daytime. Turn off our spiky bell traps, and you know, sadly, there was a big difference between a wave 14 and a wave 15 Frost Moon. We're not eligible for trophies. But that said, we did good. I have confidence that the Summoner can make it to wave 15. There are 20 waves to Frost Moon now, so you know, it's not, wave 15 is not over. But yeah, how do we do? I can't hit. I keep forgetting I can't hit enter to see how he did because I'm not playing as a not playing online. Elf clothes, can't really show off the elf clothes because we have so many accessories poking through on our vanity. So Blizzard staff is pretty much the, yeah, I'm sure you've seen like the semi-famous video of the, you know, guy just going to town with Blizzard staff and mana generation. It's really good. Elf Melter's a flamethrower, uses gel. I think it's got to be better than the regular flamethrower, otherwise why have it as a thing? So now I can switch my boots back for the Star Veil. These elf clothes, yeah, the elf clothes are worth the normal amount. Can't really afford to sell anything because we didn't do that well in the event, but sell that stuff just to get it out of there. One of the things about kind of like the having fish run around and having, oh man, you know, I forgot to summon Frost Hydra again. That's okay. We still did pretty well without Frost Hydra. Wave 14 and Frost Moon might be close to my record. I don't know if I've, you know, I think I've gotten trophies. I think I have gotten trophies before, so probably not my my record then. But yeah, Frost Moons are hard. This guy doesn't have anything we care about. Ammo boxes are kind of handy to buy when there's for sale, just because you can't make them later, but I mean, we've got the one. Is it worth 15 gold to me to have another in my safe? Yeah. I mean, what's 15 gold versus trying to track this down later? You know, it's always a pain. I still don't know how I felt about the Ravens. They definitely seem like they get stuck. So I think next time I probably do that with the Sharks. You know, they might be a little bit worse versus the Queen, but I've got Flare on, so you know, the Sharks do such a good job versus the early wave. It's up for debate. I don't know. It's kind of cool to use 2 minions. Don't know. So that was 13 minutes. I don't really know what to do with the rest of this episode. Do we have Golem summons? Nope, we don't. These elf clothes in here. Why not? So one thing that I actually am curious about is, I think there's going to be episode 30 or 47 of this Let's Play. I've been toying with the idea of what to do between now, and I've mentioned this before in other videos, toying with the idea of what to do between now and 1.3. It could be June, it could be July, who knows. It's still a bit away. And I'm trying to figure out, you know, what to do with this, with either this character or other characters between now and then. And I want you guys to weigh in. I want to know, like, are you guys attached to this character? Because if you guys are attached to this character, I can, or this world or whatever, I can maybe show off like beetle armor, which is another 1.2.4 thing that, you know, we've ignored beetle armor because it doesn't fit the summoner playthrough, but maybe it's time to build some of the other armor sets just for fun or something like that. So I don't know, just there's the option of doing that. There's the option of starting like another quick let's play, maybe like an especially challenging one. You know, there's many things that I could do between now and June and July, and kind of depends on you guys a little bit. You know, people weigh in and say they have no opinion, then kind of leaning towards like capping this character off at like 50 episodes, or yeah, I don't care that much about round numbers. You know, whenever it organically kind of wraps up. But we are approaching 50, which would be kind of like a big time. You know, it'd be like a round number to end things on. So, you know, just do we wrap this guy up? Do we make new challenges for him that maybe don't involve summoner stuff? Or, you know, there's just a lot of different ways we could play it. I'm trying to think of... Okay, so it's not time for another... Not even close to time for another event. I know we have pirate maps. Some pirates. We haven't done pirates in a while, so it'll be fun to see how much more powerful we are now. I think we have pirate maps on this character, unless I'm crazy. Is that a thing? We have one. That's good enough for me. One of the things that I'd like to see changed about Summoner that kind of drives me nuts is when you're playing as a Summoner, every time you switch worlds you have to resummon your minions, which gets really old if you are doing like fancy shenanigans like I'm doing, where you're switching on a bunch of gear, getting like a bunch of different minions out. Although I have a feeling that if they fixed it so that minions were persistent, they'd probably also look into the weird error where you guys have probably realized that you know, your minion summon, the damage your minions do is tied to like what you had on when you summoned them, and I have a feeling we'd probably lose that. Come on, Gollum. Gollum confuses me sometimes. Can I not summon a Gollum because there's a pirate invasion? Have I not killed Plantera on this world? That is a possibility. If so, that needs to be remedied. Where's my pirates? The Ravens just can't get anywhere in time to do anything. I'm not loving the Ravens for... Although this is like the antithesis of what they're good for. Hey, Captain. Taking a lot of silly damage because I don't know why. Because I am. A little bit of Cutlass. Lots of Cutlass. Yeah, like Wave 14 in a Frost Moon is pretty much like GG for me. Like, I could push it a little bit farther, try and get the trophies. I guess that's our goal as of right now, but, you know, it's going to be hard. Like, it's going to mean, like, a lot of min-maxing, maybe. I don't know if there's that much that I could have done differently. You know, popping a lot of potions, and maybe building, like, a better arena, but that's not really my style. Like, for stuff like Let's Plays and whatnot, like, my solution to Terraria problems is usually not... Yeah, more cutlasses. It's usually not to focus on the arena. I love the golden chandeliers. Wow, so many cutlasses. I don't like seeing parrots because parrots can't drop anything, I think? Wow, what is with the cutlass luck? Sometimes I think that Terraria has dropped weird situations where it'll, like... And this is probably observer bias, but it seems like there's weird situations in Terraria where it'll decide to drop, like... It'll just pick an item and be like, yeah, you can have 1,000,000 of those today. What don't we care about? Okay, so we go... Talk to you. Sell some random junk. Who's shooting at me? Is that a pirate? Pirates can stick around for a little bit after they're all defeated, so you never know. They have to be on screen, so I guess you would know. Look at that. 6 cutlasses from, like, not many pirates. From, like, 1 invasion's worth of pirates. That kind of stuff makes me wonder. Like, I'm the last person to question RNG in video games. Like, I'm usually like... People are like, oh, man, like, like, obviously it seems strange because you got lucky. Like, that's what luck is. But... aren't those rare? I know they're not like rare, but like I've had pirate invasions with 0 cutlasses, so 6 certainly seems strange. But I've just had days in Terraria where like 7 blindfolds will drop and stuff like that, and I don't really get like why it happens. Keep the demonic one. I'm never using the cutlass, but it's the best one, so keep it. I like this chandelier. Doesn't really fit this style house though, so... Tell you what, you can live there for a little bit. As can the clock. It's not really good. Let's put the clock somewhere useful, because I like clocks. Clocks can save the day in Terraria. I don't know if that counts as useful, but whatever. I also like these things, whatever they are, little pools or something, but bathtubs. But I don't know. Do I have a chest or anything anywhere around here? Because I'd like to put these away. But I don't really care about. I don't want to put them there because that's like the good chest. What time is it? 5. So do we do another moon this episode? I mean, it goes a little long. And we also don't have any buff. Well, we don't have many buffs on us, so it'd be... We could get well fed back really easily. Where am I going? Am I just on the prowl for chests? That gold chest is still sitting there, so I'll go get that one. Hopefully there's not random crap in it. I mean, I'm about to put random, you know, pharaoh robes that I just left there, I guess. Okay. That's fine. Pharaoh robes kind of fit the tacky nature of pirate stuff. And normally I wouldn't do inventory management on camera, but I really want to get this stuff out of my inventory before I do a moon. You know what I'm saying. Okay, so now let's please be exactly 10. Yay, exactly 10. Do we have a furnace? Got workbenches. Now we have a furnace. Okay, so pumpkin pie is a little bit in the way of buffs. Flasks of Ichor, they're so easy to make and so good that I'm going to use that again. Don't see anything else that really helps us. Want to make sure I have a little bit of gold in case we have to go to the nurse. Blood Moon means that it's already, like, time to go, so... little late on everything. I almost had like a little, not panic attack, but I had a little moment just now where I was like, I wasn't sure if we had any minions out, because I didn't see my summons anywhere. But we do have our summons out. That's good. I feel like I'm missing. Besides popping B and getting much stronger, I feel like I'm missing something. And yes, well-fed is better to take before you summon your minions rather than after, but a little bit tight on time. So this isn't really us going for like a amazing, you know, I'm gonna try my best, obviously, but I'm not expecting to beat my last Frost Moon because I've done nothing except for one Frost Moon of practice to change the outcome. Like, I have no reason to expect this to go better than my last Frost Moon because I haven't like really learned any lessons, and I guess we're not really lacking any buffs. We're lacking like a Swiftness Potion and Iron Skin, so a little bit of survivability, but whatever. You know. And we're also lacking like 8 minutes because we started late. That was like the perfect amount of hearts to grab. Decent dodging on my part if I do say so myself. Chain Gun would actually be really nice to get, and it's not super hard to get because it's just a Santa drop. Like a Chain Gun if you don't mind Santa. Already on wave 8. Feel okay about this so far. Not like going amazingly or anything, but going well enough. I should really be grappling through those traps instead of just like sauntering very slowly through. I should also be healing instead of. I should be healing instead of grabbing hearts when possible. Next time I get low, I'll try and keep that lesson in mind. Dealing with helicopters is a good idea because helicopters will mess you up. Can't really afford to just leave them be. I don't know how much their bullets do. I think 50 or maybe probably more. You don't want to get hit by these presents. I don't remember how much they do, but I'm hit by them and it doesn't feel good. So wave 10 is not enough to earn you a Ace Queen, is it? okay on health. Now I'm doing much better. I feel like this might actually be going better than our first moon. It's hard to tell. Still doing the 3 and 3 minion split. I don't know how much I care about that or how much it's affecting things. Oh, there is our buddies. This attack I actually feel like I can dodge, although it's a little hard to dodge sometimes. Yeah, that Raven's just like stuck. I don't like that he's stuck. Oof. Getting hit a lot, and it's all my fault. Mostly. Now, normally you want your Flare-On to go past those guys, because the bubbles do more damage than the Flare-On. Or more DPS. I don't know if more... not more damage, but higher DPS than hitting directly. But, oh, Snowman Cannon. That's a nice one. That makes this all worthwhile. I said that in like a weird, like, 90s sarcasm voice, but it actually does make this all worthwhile. I think I need to actuate those Heartlanders to the background. I'm pretty sure that's a thing I can do. I don't mess with actuators enough in builds, and I really should, because actuators mean that things aren't in your way. And if you want to actuate stuff that is, if you want it to be permanently off and not like connected to anything, the easiest way to do that is to actuate things, turn them off. It's probably really obvious to any people who are listening, but whatever. Actuate things, and then okay, thank God. That was a good time for that Everscream to die. Picked up probably more health than we needed. That's okay. Hitting wave 13, and it's looking pretty light outside. I'm thinking I'm correct. This isn't going to be like a necessarily isn't going to necessarily be like a better. Another Snowman Cannon. That's kind of nice. Not going to necessarily be a better moon than the one that we just had, but might be another wave 14er. Stop hiding. Alright, gotta get down to where some hearts are. And, like, actually pick them up without dying. Where are you? You're almost dead. Don't run up, don't fly away. Okay, you're not. You are just not staying around. There you go. You do that attack some more. I don't care if I die. I do, but I don't. I know that there's hearts around. Even if I'm really bad at picking up hearts when I don't have boots. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we hit wave 14, so technically we're doing as well as we did last time. I don't know if it's gonna end up working out as well for us. What am I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know if we're gonna get like deep into wave 14. I also don't know if we got deep into wave 14 last time, so what am I even saying? Hearts on the ground are good. There's another Ice Queen, so maybe it's not as late as I'm thinking. She's doing that attack, which is like the attack where we punish her. But she didn't do it twice, which is a little bit unfortunate. Is she gone? I don't think she's leaving. We might be about dead. A little bit of health on the ground. Solar. Okay, so it's daytime, and now we have a solar eclipse. So, guess this video is gonna be long because I don't feel like breaking. If I was smart, I would change this to another episode and milk it a little bit, but whatever. Our inventory is fine. We have picked up another elf melter, it looks like. The blizzard staff we already had. Let my minions do most of the work. Put my boots back on because I don't need crazy amount of survivability. I feel like my ravens are doing nothing for me here, so I'm gonna really quickly dismiss ravens. Life without the Young Shield for 2 seconds. So rough. So what are we looking for here? I don't know if we need anything from an Eclipse anymore. Maybe I shouldn't be... Oh, it feels so good to have my boots again. You know, I could see there might be some logic in... There might be some logic in me wearing my boots during the moon, maybe in place of the necromantic scroll. But I don't know. And I know that my minions aren't optimal right now, but they're good enough. Taking damage from spiky balls. I'm trying to remember if we have a demon scythe. The demon scythe is really what we need. Sort of. I mean, we're way past it in terms... Well, we're past it in terms of weapons, but it'd be useful for that ectoplasm farm we also don't need. Got a broken batwing. Broken batwing always seems like the consolation prize in events like this. Does Snowman Cannon not drop any ammo these days? That's kind of strange. I thought it did. Maybe I messed something up. I'd kind of like to go buy ammo for it, but I don't know if we have a cyborg, which means that maybe we haven't, maybe we really don't have the Plantera down in this world. You know, this Eclipse is going to last a while longer, and we already have Terrorblade. We already have a Moon Charm because a second Moon Charm could actually be very helpful because a second Moon Charm gives us the ability to double up on that accessory for moons. So that could be really nice. If you're wondering what that would allow us to do, is, like, you think about how good the Celestial Stone is. Probably, a lot of people would argue that this is like the best accessory in the game, and I'd be inclined to agree. All the things it does. The Sunstone and the Moonstone do the same thing, just during the day and during the night. So, if you have a Sunstone equipped during the day, if you have a Moonstone equipped during the night, you can essentially double up on Celestial Stones. A lot of people don't like to manage their inventory that well, obviously. Like, you don't want to be every 10 minutes changing your accessories, probably. But if you're really pushing hard trying to get to the end of a moon, you might find yourself wanting to... You know, it's worth it. Like, I change out my accessories for moons if I'm serious about the moon. So, you know, you can go ahead and get a moonstone, and then you have 2 stacking celestial stones for a moon event. That was actually part of how I got to wave 15 in the pumpkin moon for my first time. Was I figured out that I could take off my boots and put on a moonstone and just have a lot more DPS. Yeah, I'm thinking it might be time to... Let's just check out who's on the map. Oops, not that map. This one. We don't have a cyborg, which means that unless I change worlds and leave this Eclipse, I cannot show off this snowman cannon. Unless... Yeah, 0 ammo. That's really odd that it doesn't drop with rockets. I'm shocked. More broken bat wings, a hero sword. Probably the best thing for me to do is to stand up here so that I get vampires spawning coming after me, but it's kind of boring if I'm just like up here murdering everything. Honestly, I wonder if I should switch to a different weapon. I'm really crushing these guys with the Terrorblade for a bit. Nobody feels like dropping the Demon Scythe. I don't feel like fighting with my pickaxe because I'm worried I'd tear up this arena by accident. Not ideal. You don't need a ton of DPS to maximize an Eclipse. Basically, if you're killing things as fast as they spawn, that's all you really need. And I don't know, maybe that takes a little bit more than I feel like it does, but you know, a Flare-On with a melee setup will do it by itself. A Flare-On with 6 Sharknadoes will do it in the summoner setup. Definitely not having any trouble killing things. Although it's not instant, it could be going faster. It's gonna be a long video if I do this Eclipse right after having 2 moons. Let's see what time it is. Yeah, it's... you know what, I'll just let it be a long video. Go for it. We'll do experiments like, can you put a torch on a cactus? No, you can't. We've learned today. One of the things I'd like to do at some point is turn some of these traps into actuated traps and make proper, like, fancy smancy spear batteries, but can't really do that in Eclipse. So, once again, this is a reminder, if you're still watching this, I am curious to know what you guys think I should be doing between now and 1.3. 1.3 will be the start of a new character, for sure. We might revisit this character, just... I'm taking a lot of damage from these traps. Yeah, we might revisit this character if there's a reason to, but... probably going to be focusing on just the new character. Don't worry, we will get to this point, so, you know, moons and stuff aren't going anywhere. But, you know, it's time to see a little bit of that. I just love, like, the beginning of Terraria when you're getting, like, a... You know, you get your first, like, zombie arm, or, like, palmwood sword, or, you know, even an iron broadsword. You get your first weapon that can, like, stun like a zombie and you feel like a god. And you know, then you start going to the jungle and, you know, start being able to go into different biomes. Like, you know, it feels really good to like start Terraria over, in my opinion. So, yeah, but the thing is, I don't want to do that before 1.3 because what if 1.3 comes out June 1st? That's less than a month away. So if it hits June 1st, and I start a new series like June 5th or May 15th or whatever, then, you know, I've got 2 weeks of a new character. So, a lot to think about. For me, not, you know. You guys just tell me whatever interests you, and I'll try and have it factor in. Start, like, I think the least likely thing for me to do is to start, like, a brand new vanilla Terraria playthrough. Like, a brand new, just, like, brand new character without goals. You know, if I start a new character, probably be some kind of challenge run, probably have some kind of goal involved. Not sure what it'll be. And this is a broken Batwing kind of Eclipse. You know, I'm really hoping... Can't complain because the last Eclipse I had on camera, I got really lucky. The last Eclipse I had on this character, I got really lucky, I should say. But the last Eclipse I've had off camera, off this character, in like... I've had a string of like really terrible Eclipses lately. Just in casual play, so it doesn't really matter, but, you know, they're not... You want to do well. These traps have done way more DPS to me than anything else during this whole event. Hope we don't get a Blood Moon after this. That would just be the worst. I would just leave. Like, I don't have any interest in fighting a Blood Moon right now. These vampires keep making me hopeful. Every time I see one, I'm thinking, Moonstone? The Eclipse is one of the things that's actually going to get really revamped in 1.3, so I'm looking forward to my first Eclipse on that, in that landscape. Like, they're talking about adding just like a ton of like classic horror movie enemies. It looks pretty fun. It'll certainly be a nice change of pace from fighting like 5, you know, humanoids where like 3 have the same AI, and you know, not that I'm complaining, but like I've done in a lot of multiplayer Eclipses, and everybody's reaction to an Eclipse is the same. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, this is like the event I've heard so much about. Then, you know, they're like hoping, hey, Death Sickle, we needed that, kinda. I don't think we had one of these. This is the thing. It's probably the rarest drop from Moons. It's a pretty powerful weapon. Dangerous is not a modifier I'm very familiar with. Interesting. Yeah, Death Sickle is... You remember I wanted something that was piercing for dealing with those that ectoplasm farm. This is perfect. And I might have one. I might have one in like the best weapons chest, or not in my piggy bank, looks like. Go ahead and put that there. Don't need it for the moment, but it's... I do really like having one just for the purposes of ectoplasm farms, and that's really about it. But you never know when you're gonna want to shoot things through a wall. Especially when you don't have a Rod of Discord, so you can't like go... You can't go through walls. Sometimes it's just more convenient to kill enemies through a wall. It could honestly probably go on my hotbar, because when am I ever going to use the Terrorblade? Like when, seriously, am I ever going to use a Terrorblade? I mean, I hate to say that, like, Terrorblade's cool and all, but we are past Terrorblade. Alright, let's turn this thing off before we, like, die to our own thingy. Down and get some money. Yeah, I'm sure this could have easily been 2 episodes at some point, but I don't know where that point is, so... It'll all go up as 1. Fits my editing style where I do as little editing as possible. I'm gonna go to the other world just really quickly, just to show off the snowman cannon, because it is cool. And I don't think I've ever had it. Have I? I'm not sure if I've ever had this weapon. But I've seen it a bunch, so I know what it does and how it works. And don't worry, some of you are probably worried that I'm gonna like blow up my base. I know enough to not do that. Okay, so Cyborg, hey buddy. I have a ton of money, and you're selling rocket ones today. So I mean, I probably got rockets somewhere. I don't think I need to be buying these, but whatever. Which is better? Keen is a little bit better. I'd like a one with like a speed modifier. So since we have money, how much is? Oh, it's a lot for Reforge. Maybe I don't care. Nimble is +7 speed. Yeah. So Nimble is the snow cannon that we want. This is basically. Before just scythe a little bit. Agile, massive, strong, sharp. I don't care about the knockback on this, so Ruthless is good enough for me. Is it? Because this can get critical chance, and let's not stop at Ruthless. Alright, we need more money. That's fine. Got plenty of it. I do not apparently have plenty. I mean, I've got money, but I could use more. Yeah, let's before just something good. Sharp, I think, is actually not bad, but I don't care. Yeah, okay. Unpleasant, not actually that good. It was a rarity color that I was looking for. Going through platinum very fast for something very silly. I've already said that I'm only going to be using this weapon to like... Oh man, Painter, get out of my hair. I've already said that I'm only going to be using this weapon for farming, but deadly is good enough, man. Okay, so this snowman cannon, it's a very good weapon. Just in case I'm wrong about the rockets. Yeah, they can't hurt, so these can't hurt me. But they shoot very fast. They also home. Let's find some enemies to show them off on. This episode stretches ever longer. Can I get a wyvern? Wyvern feel like fighting? You guys are always out. That missed? There we go. Yeah, these things have like amazing homing. They rarely miss, even if they have to like do loop-de-loops to find their target. Look at that, chase that down. It took 3 to kill it, but imagine if we were in like Shroomite or like Ranger Gear. That'd be going down like crazy. So Snowman Cannon is a very dangerous thing to have in your inventory because if you get Rocket 2s or Rocket 4s, all of a sudden you are destroying everything, the world around you. Don't need candy corn stuff in my inventory. Where's the moon chest? All of you guys who thought that you were gonna get out of here like, you know, a little bit ago are like, no, he's doing inventory management now. No, I'm not doing much. That's it. Is that it? Put the candy coins in here too. Yep. But yeah, snowman cannon. Very dangerous thing to have in your hotbar, because let's look at our ammo. Yeah, just rocket 1s looks like all we have. If you have rocket 2s and rocket 4s, make for darn sure once you buy those that you only use the snowman cannon very carefully, because way too easy to blow up your hard-earned world. Make backups of your saves just in case, because it can be not fun to blow up your world. But yeah, okay, so we did a lot today. We got some Frost Moon items, which I'm excited to have, and we reforged a little bit, and I think that's going to be it for today. And let's, you know, figure out some... Our goal for now, I think, is wave 15 on Frost Moon. Get some trophies. And then I think we might move on to some other things, depending on what you guys suggest. The series is not over yet, but it is getting close. It's getting close to either changing and not being about being a summoner so much and exploring other things that happened in 1.2.4, or, you know, we're going to be looking at expanding the definition of what this series is. So see you next time. Thanks for watching. Leave comments there. They help a lot now when I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Catch you next time.